Hi everyone. I want to share a quick uh, YouTube short of doing and working with reversals in a reading. And I have stated on the occasion that I don't read reversals. But in recent weeks, I've been working with a new deck which has got me to explore reversals for whatever reason. There's no guidebook with the deck that I'm working with. It's this one here by Sarah Wheatley. It's the Asherah Tarot. And I don't know, this deck just wanted me to just explore reading with reversals. So there are various ways you could do reversals. One way is, I'm a little off camera here. Let me move this forward here. One way is shuffling. Okay. So we can shuffle like this. Okay, this is the mini deck, the poker size version of this deck. So what we could do is this overhand shuffle, flip the cards around a few times, flip them again, flip them from the bottom, and shuffle each time. Okay. But there is one way that I thought was pretty interesting for doing reversals, because this deck I had already flipped around, and I did a I call it a washboard shuffle, and that's where I can't do because this table isn't big enough. You take all the cards face down and you just wipe them. You do like a wipe, like a washboard, up and down, backwards, flip them around, of course, while you're doing that kind of a table shuffle. Excuse me. And then pick cards out from that way of shuffling. But for some people, that's, if they don't have that space, it's kind of hard. But one thing I thought about doing was, okay, so like I said, these were already shuffled and switched around beforehand, but just I did the switching so you can see, for example, is this. Okay, so here's the card. So you have directions of how you can see if this card's going to be a reversal or not. Okay, so we could flip the card either this way, we could flip it either like that, or we could flip it like this. Okay, because here we don't know if this card is upright or reverse, because we've already done the shuffling, correct? We've already done the shuffling, so fate already has us set for this reading, but it's how we're going to turn this card around, right? So I feel flipping the card either upright like this or like this, downward, upward, a reverse flip versus an upright flip, makes choosing the cards for a quick reading or a full reading a little bit more adventurous, okay? Because we don't have to flip it, right? We could just flip the cards like this, like this, or like this, okay? That's not going to really help us to see if this is going to be upright or reverse. What's going to further determine it is if we do it, upright like this or downright, okay? So with that being said, I pulled a few cards the other night, and it was a very interesting result. So I had 2 reversals and 1 upright, and I did that technique. So what you can do is, let's pull these cards here. Okay, 1 from the middle, and then from the bottom. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. So again, we don't know if any of these cards are already reversed or upright. So you can determine which card you want to choose that could potentially be a game changer for your reading. So the reason why I'm sharing this is that it's something very remedial when it comes to doing tarot readings, but when it comes to pulling the cards, I think, you know, people always say, you know, flip the card like this over, over, and you'll get the readings. But I think by choosing the selection, the direction that you want to turn over the card, is that it's almost taking that chance, taking that step and making this reading even a little bit more, because you're putting your energy, you're determining, you know, the direction of each card, the direction of how it's going to be flipped, but also how the reading is going to turn out. And I feel this makes it a little bit more personal in doing that. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I normally start the middle card as the center of the reading. This is just 3 cards, something that I do when I do my lives, either 2 to 3 cards. And so let's see how I'm going to flip this. My energies tell me to flip it. My energy wants me to flip it like this. Okay, so that's Emperor reversed. Okay, so reverse meanings, okay, reversals are right up there with concerns when it comes to the outcome, because it doesn't look like it's favorable. Okay, reversals are the equivalent to retrogrades. Okay, I would say it's a retrograde card because this is telling us that we have to change the direction of our energy. Okay, doesn't have to be downward, but we have to stop and assess what's been the block, what's been holding us up. So here with this reverse, with the Emperor ruled by Aries, okay, what do we know of the Emperor when it's upright? Okay, Emperor is someone who is strong-willed, gets things started. People trust an individual with what energy they're going to be putting, or they being the individual is going to be putting towards a goal, a direction. Okay, there's a lot of trust that comes with this. So that's just a brief background for the Emperor. Aries is fiery energy, a lot of movement. But when it's reversed, we're seeing like we're holding back. Okay, this energy is not moving. This is the Emperor that's saying, why are you holding this energy back? We need to move it upwards like this. We need to get it going. We have to have this confidence of what we believe in and the direction that we're going to take it in. So when it's reversed, the energy is stagnant. The potential is there, but we're not utilizing it fully. Okay, so that's the center. Okay, that's the focus of this reading. So let's see here. Okay, so here I reversed the card like that. Okay, so remember I went like this. I have the option to do it like this, or do this card in the same way. You can alternate, but let your instincts, you know, work. In a way, you should not even think about it. You should just go look at the card and go, okay, there we go. I flipped it downward like I did here, but the card's upright. And this is the 10 of Wands. Okay, it's very interesting. We have more fiery energy, but the energy moving upright. This can read in many different directions, in the sense that this is energy that we have put to work. And I like this because it's it's in the shape of the tree of life. And these look like flaming hearts. Okay. The will, the desire, everything that we focused on. Okay. And we have the bars, but the bars are actually behind, they're not in front. So we're showing that we've moved through any blockage. We took time, we were serious about making these changes so that we can continue moving forward and then achieving the completion of what we were wanting to attain. Okay, so this is where this energy can move from. And with this deck here, the Asherah Tarot, we have Saturn in Sagittarius. Okay, Saturn's all discipline. Sagittarius is the adventurer, the explorer. Sagittarius sees things at a larger spectrum. They see the whole picture. They're not really specific. They're looking at the horizon. They're getting there, but they also are thinking about what's ahead. Okay, and Saturn can be detriment for Sagittarius, but I feel with Saturn, and I'm going to do a video discussion talking about the planetary characteristics and influence of Saturn. Saturn can actually be very successful, I feel, with the Ten of Wands, because we have this discipline, we're putting limitations. I feel Saturn will influence Sagittarius instead of moving forward and seeing everything as a large spectrum, but being more diligent and looking at everything as you are traveling so that you don't miss any opportunities. Saturn allows you for that fine focus and being a little bit more mindful of the environment that you're in and where that energy is being developed from. Okay, so here, okay, let's see here. I went like this. I'm going to flip, because I've been doing this. I'm going to do this. Okay, so I got another reversal. I got the hanging. Okay, so this is interesting because this card is, okay, this is the upright version of this. Okay, it is reversed, but here it's reversed in the way that it has to be seen. But when it's reversed, the hanging in the person, we're seeing a reversal of this energy. Okay, so this is reversed. Normally, okay, we're dealing with our subconscious energy. Okay, this is ruled by Neptune and the element of water. And here is our subconscious. This is what we're exploring, our deeper realm. Obviously, here is the realm of the external. We have the sun. Okay, but in this scene here, the focus is basically set deep down. So what does this mean when it's reversed? Okay, one way we can read this is as this is being upright, looking upright image-wise. The reverse of this means that we are spending too much time. Okay, it's fine in the upright position. I have to think a little differently because this is it's upright, but the image is reversed. This is where we could spend time momentarily. This is a time to just like flip the switch, flip the environment, flip our perspective of things when things are just so overwhelming. But let's just turn things around, okay? But what I feel here with the hanging is, when it's reversed, is that we're finding comfort, okay? We're finding the comfort of being within our own deeper realm, feeling comfort with maybe the darker side of things. Things start challenging. We don't want to come up. So the reverse of this here, even though we have Aries, we have 2 fire signs, this is stuff that's happening inside in relation to these 2 cards. Okay, so I feel, even though we have Neptune, this is water, and we have 2 fire signs, water can extinguish the energy if we allow it, if we allow ourselves to stay in this realm, you know, for that long. We won't be able to get to this point of where we are moving externally and using this energy, moving this energy, so that we can be more expansive and more creative, and working towards where we need to be. Okay, so the hanging reverse can be a little bit of a brain teaser, because you have to think the image is facing upright, but it still holds its reversal meaning. Okay, so I just want to share with that very quickly with you that, you know, a different approach to selecting cards when doing reversals. Okay, and also the way to interpret them. Obviously, depending on the deck, you're going to have different interpretations. But just be careful, not in a cautionary way, but in a way when it comes to interpreting. When you get a card that has an image that is reversed, like the hanged man, the hanged person, this is actually a good exercise, because it allows the reader just to really stop and go, okay, it's reversed. The head is facing upward, even though it's reversed, but we're seeing more of an emphasis of staying in the subconscious realm, exploring, and healing, which is fine. But again, this is something that we need to move from. We have to gain the experience that we've learned from this flipping around, and gaining some insight about ourselves, so that we can come outwardly and share this with other people. Okay, so this is just something that just hit me when it came to doing the reversals, and I'm hoping by just putting out this quick video short that this won't really put fear in people for doing reversals. I think it's good to change things up. And what's interesting too is there's only 2 decks right now that are calling to me to do reversals, and it's the Sarah Wheatley deck and The Wild Unknown by Krans. These are the only 2 decks right now that I feel very strongly to work with reversals. And as of now, I can't give an explanation, but I think there's some underlying energy that's coming with these decks. I think they hold more of an intuitiveness. Not that other decks don't, but there's an intuitive, deep-seated connection that I'm feeling that wants me to explore some different perspectives when working with these 2 particular decks. Okay, so if you do reversals, and you have some pointers that you'd like to share, let me know in the comments. If you don't do reversals, let me know why. Okay, and there's no right or wrong answer, of course, but I'd be interested to hear the background to why you do reversals and why you don't. So I'm embracing reversals, but for now it's just with these 2 decks, until I work with some other decks that may call to me. Okay, so there you have it. I look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you all hopefully this weekend when I do my live with my co-reader Gerald from Tarot Stash. All right, have a wonderful day, evening, and I will see you all again soon. Thank you for watching.